Hey citizens, welcome to the Summer of Self-Love.
For many women, this season has often been met with trepidation, and our inbox has been overflowing with heartfelt messages from women seeking guidance on how to cultivate confidence and self-assurance this summer.
In response, we've gathered our dearest friends and top experts to support you on this journey. Together, we'll explore ways to change the way that we look at ourselves, our body image, and allow you to lead your best life with unwavering self-love and confidence.
This summer, let's celebrate ourselves and the beauty of our unique bodies.
Welcome to the Summer of Self-Love. Welcome back to my podcast, sister.
Thank you so much for having me again. You keep having me on, and I feel almost like I am like a co-host at this point.
It is kind of akin to, some might say that, but people know. People know it's mine.
The people really know
If you
who
listen,
is the backbone.
You know.
If you know who the backbone of this podcast is, it's Hunter.
You know it's me.
If anyone is doing the most,
it's me.
It's definitely Hunter.
Wow. I've had the weirdest couple of weeks. I don't even know the last time. Remember what we even talked about last time we were here? We had Megan on. That's what we talked about.
Yes. You guys, it's been the summer of self-love, and
I know.
We thought that we would do a little like interlude, right? Like just a little me and Hunter catch up interlude, because we know obviously you guys are here for us, and you guys know we love to have a silly goose time, and we've had so many amazing guests, and we have a few more incredible guests still to go, but we did want to do like a little interlude of just her and I catching up, catching you guys up. We usually only have like 5 or 10 minutes before the guests to like really chat and catch up with everyone and with each other. So we figured we would just do like a little, you know, I wouldn't say it's midway because we're further than midway.
We're done.
We're basically done.
We did the 5 weeks. It's done. But we're doing a few more guests because it's gotten such a great response. We also still want to continue hearing from you guys. If you like this format, if you like hearing the guests, all of that, if you prefer it to just be Michaela and I
love having the guests. So personally,
the guests are really fun. Yeah, it is fun to like go on and like we're journalists.
I just like love everyone's. I just feel like everyone has such a different, unique perspective, you know? Yeah. And it's like, it is nice to be able to just conversate with people. And like, I don't know. I feel like it's cool to give different perspective, maybe advice, whatever it might be, to the people who listen. So
yeah,
hopefully you guys agree.
Hopefully you agree.
Unless you guys are like, stop fucking having guests. All right.
So I have I
feel like we need to talk about my sunburn first and foremost, because it's the least important of all the things, right?
Your sunburn. Yeah. You got a sunburn. That's crazy.
I feel like
crazy to get a sunburn in summer.
I think we need to discuss things at like the level of importance. And I feel like my sunburn could either be considered the least important or if you're me, the most important thing.
Here's one thing about Michaela. She's going to get a sunburn and she's going to talk about it. Okay. She's going to take pictures of it. She's going to talk about it. And it's funny because your husband does the same thing.
Yes. Oh yes. Sunburns are such they're an anomaly in our household.
And you said this to me earlier, and our father believes this, our skin cancer survivor father believes that sunscreen is a sham. I believe sunscreen is a sham.
I don't believe sunscreen is a sham, but I do think that if you are somebody who is going in the water and you're going in the ocean and you're floating around, like, and you really think that sunscreen is going to do anything, you're crazy. Like if you're just sitting there and you just bought an SPF 70 sport, and you're putting that on, and you put it on a half hour before you even leave the house, and all you're doing is laying out in the sun for like an hour or two, sunscreen is going to work great. It's going to be flawless. You're not going to get a drop on yet. Right. If you're doing it haphazardly, once you get to the beach, like after you've set everything up and you're like missing spots and like you're kind of like just sort of doing the bare minimum, like putting on areas, ask me where I'm splotchy and I'll tell you it's everywhere. Like this, it's not like I have an even sunburn anywhere.
Right.
it's giving Swiss cheese. Like it's like spots and holes everywhere. And of course, I'm going to blame Martin for this. I'm going to say this was
It's
your
Martin's
doing.
fault. And
It
it
was your
is.
doing. It was your doing. You
It
weren't
is.
good. You were not skilled with the application, and I blamed on him being a Maryland boy. So anyway, that's a
It
discussion
was
for another
his
day.
fault you got burnt. It was his fault
Mm-hmm.
you weren't able to get a good picture yesterday.
Yes, it was
Everything that went wrong and will
his
go
fault.
wrong is Martin's
Always his
fault.
fault.
Even
Yeah,
anything that goes wrong in my life is Martin's fault.
literally, this man needs to shoulder the blame for once. I'm
Yeah.
sick. I'm
Yeah.
sick and tired, dude. It's time for him to shoulder the blame.
California
So,
Pizza Kitchen having a vendetta against me is Martin's fault.
why do they have a vendetta
They
against
have a
you?
vendetta against me.
Okay, well, let's get into it. I guess we're not talking about my sunburn anymore.
No, you know what? Let's circle back to that because I do want to talk about it.
No, we can honestly move away from it because the only reason I'm telling you guys is because I am dripping sweat right now because everything is hot. And that's it. And that's why when you look at the video, I'm going to be misty. I'm going to be moist. I'm going to be damp this entire podcast. And you're going to be wondering, is Michaela okay? Like she looks fluish. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's
She just
it.
has a sunburn.
We can move on.
And let's
we can
dive into this.
We could just dive in a little bit deeper, please.
Let's really dive
into this very unique experience of having a sunburn in the summertime.
Literally. Okay, so I am absolutely convinced that the California Pizza Kitchen in Short Hills, New Jersey Mall has a vendetta against me. Dude, here's the thing. I think the last time, so we went and ate there for dinner last night because we were at the mall, we were getting some things, whatever. And
you guys love to go to Short Hills on Sunday. It's funny that you guys keep doing this to yourselves. You love to go to a mall because you guys love to go to a mall on a Sunday when it's like the most crowded, awful time. And every time you leave, you're like, I'm never going back there.
No, never at the Short Hills Mall. We always go. This has
American
nothing to do with
Dream
crowd.
You don't like.
American Dream Mall is a hellhole. Right. So we went to Short Hills Mall and we ate at CPK. Now, the last time we ate at the CPK, the host, who is a joy, was like, I basically was like, yeah, can we sit right there, like I pulled McGrady. I was like, can we sit in the booth and then put the high chair at the end, right? Because we had sat in this particular booth probably, I want to say maybe 5-6 times before. Okay. And she was like, we can't do that. You can't put the high chair there. And I was
my
like,
blood just started boiling a little bit.
Yeah. I was like, you can. We were here literally 2 weekends ago. You can. We've sat here every single time, and you can absolutely put a high chair at the end there. It is not in a walkway area like where you can't. It is literally you can put a high chair there. We've done it multiple times. So I basically said that to her, those words.
Okay.
Because I was upset, right? But I wasn't like, yeah, I was strong with it.
Yeah.
But anyways, she basically like rolled her eyes and was like, all right, and sat us there. So we went back last night. Now, this was like 8 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, almost 3 months ago was that time. And so we went back last night and the same host was there. And I could just tell, when you like walk in a room and you're just like, oh, this person knows me and doesn't like me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? Yes. So right off the bat, she like sits us down. She doesn't give us any menus, doesn't give us any silverware. It was a dirty table. She took the plates off of the dirty table, put it to the table to the side, then went back to her host stand. Didn't take the plates back, didn't wipe the table, nothing.
Oh, she hates you. She hates your guts.
Hates my guts.
She has a little voodoo doll of you at home.
I literally dude. So I was like seething. I was like, okay, we have no silverware. We have nothing, right? Yeah. Didn't grab any crayons for the kids, nothing. So then I see her kind of like say something to the waiter. And then he kind of looks over and then comes over and I'm like, oh, this is like now, because all of a sudden I started looking around and all of them are kind of like peeking over to our table. And I'm like, something's going on. Like something is going on. Right. So I have a theory because like she came over. I was like, can you like, can we get like a wipe? Like I'll wipe the table, but can we just
Yeah.
get like a cloth to wipe the table?
Right.
She was wiping it, and then she like just wiped like one little corner, and I was like, oh, Hudson, like pick your thing up so she can get there, and like here, get over here too, because there was fruit crumbs there, because literally
Yeah. I
someone was
mean,
eating there
listen, at,
before.
at base, you should be able to show up and for the table to be clean. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not asking for the world, and I know everyone's busy, but at the very least, we should be
And
able
then
to have a
directly
clean
next to me
table.
is the people's plates that were there before me.
Right.
Like
Okay.
literally
No.
no one has touched, and they didn't touch the plate our entire meal. They did
Ew.
not move those plates. So
What
I
the
was like,
fuck?
okay. I just kind of was like, oh yeah, can you get like right here? And I just could like feel her energy basically being like, oh, this
Mm,
bitch, dude, she's
mm, mhm,
back.
mhm.
And then like our waiter kind of had an attitude. And then everyone was kind of like, um, I had bumped into this girl walking to the bathroom on accident because I was going
Right.
to change Ava. And she was like, she was one of the workers there, and she was like,
Oh,
"Oh, I'm so
great.
sorry, sweetie." Right? She was like, "Oh, I'm so
Mm,
sorry, sweetie." I was like, "Oh, no, no, I'm so sorry. Like I didn't like I apologize, whatever." And I went to the bathroom. And then hold that thought because it's gonna get, and I know this is
okay.
a riveting story. Hold that thought. So then I go and change Ava, right? And dude, I put Ava on the changing table.
Uh-huh.
She's on it for maybe 30 seconds. All of a sudden, it drops down about 5 inches and a screw behind it came loose.
No.
Thank God I was right there and I was able to catch her because I was freaking out. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I had to
Oh my
literally
god.
change her with my knee holding up the changing table underneath. So that was really great. Um,
Yeah.
and then I go back out and I see the girl that I bumped into again. And all of a sudden I'm like, like kind of like smiling, whatever. She gives me the meanest look ever.
Does
And
she?
I'm like, guys, I didn't kill anyone. Like,
Mhm,
you know,
mm-mm,
when you
mm-mm.
know that something is being said, like
Oh, yeah.
something was
You know.
fishy.
You
The room kind
know.
of stopped. And every time I like looked up, someone was just kind of like talking. And I'm like, literally chill. But also,
Yeah.
and Brian and I talk about this all the time, and you and I talk about this all the time. No one wants to fucking work. And Kim
No.
Kardashian may have been right.
Right.
May
I
have
think
been
she may have
right.
been onto something. I think that, again, I think at the very least you should have a clean table, and also not be getting dirty looks. I don't know.
Or
The
silverware.
silverware.
A
Listen,
napkin?
I know because I was a server for so many years, and you guys know that. If you listen to this podcast, you guys know I talk about it all the time. Um, you would have had to actually punch me in the stomach for me to not be giving you the highest form of customer service when I was a server.
It's
Like, there's
wild.
nothing anyone could ever do. You would never catch me giving someone a bad look. I don't even care
No,
how big of an asshole they were. I don't care. Okay.
it's
Because
absolutely wild.
they're tipping me and they're
Yeah.
paying for everything. They're keeping this thing going, and maybe they're having a bad day. Like, it's just so crazy that the
We
entire
were
Are you going to go
just
back?
no, dude. After that, I was like, I'm done. I'm literally done going here. Like, they took
Mm,
forever to bring our check. They took forever to do
mhm,
anything. I was just like, oh
mhm.
my God. And I'm not sitting here being like, oh my God, like, this is so bratty. Like, literally, genuinely, this is someone that is going out of their way
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
to be
Yeah.
like this. And now, do we still tip 20%? Of course we do, because my
Yeah.
sister was a waitress, and of course I tip 20% still, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Mhm, mhm,
But
mhm.
I just like can't with the attitude. I can't with like zero customer service.
Mhm.
Did I even talk about on the podcast my situation with Hillstone?
No, I don't think so.
Or did I
I don't
just
think
talk
so.
about it on Instagram?
I think you maybe
So
just talked about it on Instagram.
So Hillstone is another one. I
This is a
went with
complaint
mom.
podcast, you
This
guys.
is a complaint podcast. I went with mom to Hillstone in Manhattan. Now, let me tell
Yeah.
you something before I absolutely shit on them. It is the
Right.
best chicken sandwich and spinach artichoke dip your little mouth is going to taste in your entire life.
Isn't
I
that
will
how it always
continue.
goes?
Yeah,
Isn't that
I
how
will
it always goes?
continue going back and continue
Yeah.
supporting. But
Right.
the exclusiveness, get the fuck
Mm.
over yourself.
Right.
Mom and I walked in and we were like, do you have reservations for two? And they were like, no, we're fully booked. We're fully,
Mhm.
fully booked. And I was like, okay. They were like, well, you can sit at the bar. And I was like, okay, well, there's nothing at the bar. By the way, there was a room full of tables.
Of course.
And of course.
Of
And
course.
then I'm like, well, okay, everything online says that there's like reservations. And she was like, we're fully booked. We're fully committed. So I go online, I make a reservation for mom and I, and I show it to her and I go, hi, we have a reservation. And she goes, okay, right this way.
Okay, weird, dude. Weird.
That's like robotic.
It's literally robotic. It's giving like Stepford. It's giving like that is so creepy.
Robotic.
To
like
me.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Mom and I were just like, oh,
nah, man, that's weird. That's weird. I don't like it at all.
I don't like it, dude. I don't like it at all.
I don't like it at all. Well, while we're on the topic of having beef, I have beef with skinny girls, okay? And I don't want to turn this into a thing, but I need to talk about this, and I feel like my own podcast is where I can talk about this. And I'm not going to alienate the skinny girls because I love me a skinny girl. I love me a thick girl. I love
former
girls,
skinny
dude.
girls.
We're former skinny girls, dude. I'm an ex-skinny girl. But my beef with them is that I see so many thin girly pops on social media talking about how they're able to pack so much into their suitcases. And they're like, I don't know if this is like a flex, but I was able to pack all of my vacation outfits on this little carry-on. And I'm like, it's not a flex because all of your clothes are this big. If I wanted to pack napkins, I could pack them all in a duffel bag too.
Yeah.
I am a size 18 pant. Okay. My pants that I'm bringing are taking up a fourth of the bag to begin with.
Your pants is a skinny girl's 3-day outfit.
Literally.
Yeah.
And I just have been seeing way too many of them bragging about it. And I just, man, I love to be in the comment section and I want to just be like, it's because your clothes are so itty bitty. You are a Polly Pocket. Of course you're going to be able to fit it all in.
Now, here's the thing. Completely. Yeah.
Right.
No, completely. Because I'll literally... Oh, yeah, I'll agree. And then they're like travel hack. Like my favorite is when I see hacks that are like, put your little bras and little compartment organizers, just like the little envelopes. And I'm like, one bra cannot simply, that takes up the entire organizer.
They're this big, bro. The little organizers that you get off Amazon, they're this big. I'm like,
please.
bitch, I'm a 38F. What are you talking about?
Literally.
The cup's as big as your head. Like, you find me. What I need is you know what we need for each bra is one of those metal filing cabinets. You know, the ones where you pull the whole thing out and they normally have lots of files. Yes. Right. That's what I need for each brassiere. Yeah. I need an entire wall of them. That's the kind of way I can organize. Okay. I'm not doing little envelopes and putting my little triangle lacy Free People bra in there like this.
No.
I have to take it in. Yeah. I'm putting it like this. Do you guys understand?
Our bra is easily the size of our faces. Easily. Easily. And then if they're even slightly padded, forget it, dude.
Forget it, dude.
That is a home.
It's like finding a home. It's finding a home for an inner tube. Essentially. Literally. It's like the same, it's the cumbersome similarity.
I can't with organizing.
No.
I can't. Mm-hmm. Well, all right.
No. It's not the flex. It's not the flex y'all think it is. Also, can I just say one more thing if we can just go back to my tan? Do you know what Martin told me recently that I didn't know?
What?
Do you know that guys find tan lines really hot?
Really?
Yes. They find it to be very hot. They love tan lines.
Ask Brian his thoughts. Because I used to love tan lines. Now if I get a tan line, I'm like, that's it. It's game over. I can't, that's it. I won't be able to go out for the rest of the year.
Right. I personally don't like a tan line, but he was saying the reason why it's hot is because it's when you're naked, they can see the parts that you covered up. And that's ooh, I'm getting a look at what's not allowed. I'm not allowed to see what no one else is able to see what I'm able to see right now, which is the whole thing with men. It's all about the tease, the ooh, they don't care about seeing an actual nipple. They want everything up until that. And then once they see the nipple, they're out.
Same with women.
Same. Yeah. It's literally all about tease. Nobody actually cares about the actual
Give me a
genitalia.
diamond in the back of your arm.
Literally,
Like, show me
1,000%.
your traps.
Show me your traps.
Um,
Show me the veins in your arms.
isn't
But
it crazy? You know what's
crazy.
cuckoo, and I think about this all the time. So this is just a very random podcast.
That's all over the
Um,
place.
is that we used to go to tanning beds like religiously.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Like, that's crazy. That's
That is
crazy.
crazy.
And sometimes I would put the little sticker on my hip bone, like a little like heart sticker on my hip bone,
Or the Playboy sticker.
or the
Remember the
Playboy
Playboy sticker?
sticker.
I know.
But then
My
also I
friend
think
used
about
to work at one, and I literally would walk in, and he would be like, he would just let me go for free in the
it's the
beds.
best.
And I
Now
thought it
it's
was
the
the
best and the worst. Do people still do
best.
tanning beds? Like,
They do, apparently, which is crazy.
really?
You guys don't do tanning beds. Don't
Oh
do
my
it. It's bad for you.
god. Ugh.
We have tanning at my gym, and I'm always like, and then I Google how bad tanning beds are for skin, and it talks me out of it, because even
Now
10
here's the
minutes in a
thing.
tanning bed could give you cancer.
Then here we are putting our hands under UV light all the time when we get our nails done.
Yeah, listen, I know.
That's
That's why
terrible. No one talks about
like,
it. Like,
well, the really high like level, like if you go to a lot of, like the Russian manicure
yeah, they
people.
put like those sleeves,
Yeah, they put sleeves on, they put little finger sleeves on,
finger
and they put
sweaters.
like finger sweaters and they put like sunscreen on and everything. They'll put like Clé de Peau sunscreen on, and they'll
Oh
put
my
like
god.
like really like Dior sunscreen on. I'm just like, please,
Please, dude.
when can I afford to do this myself?
Oh
Go to
god, I want to
these
get a Russian
Russian
manicure once in
manicures.
my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cuckoo the things that we used to do, really. Truthfully.
Yeah.
I want to know who picked me. Who at Fox News, far right Fox News, chose
Right.
me to be the one today.
Dude, you got
I
chosen
want
to
to
be
know.
the one.
I woke up this morning and all of a sudden I had an influx of mean comments. And I thought,
Mm.
wait a minute. It's been a minute since I've had this many mean comments all at once. That can only mean one thing.
I can only mean
That can
one
only mean
thing.
one thing. When I get an influx and they're
Yeah.
all the same comment, it's beached whale, it's all the same, nothing I haven't heard before. I'm like, get
Right.
creative. Like, let's like get creative with it. But I'm
Right.
like, this can only mean one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fox News had to have said something about your old girl. And not only did they do an article on me, they posted a photo of me on their Instagram and their Twitter.
Mm.
And it is a full body swimsuit photo,
Mm.
you guys. And if you know the far right, they're going nuts over it.
They don't
Not
like
in a
to
good
see a
way.
woman. They don't like women at all. It's giving you're gay. And
They
you are
said
against homophobia, but you're kind of gay because you obviously hate women.
they're having a field day. You literally go, it is Olympic coverage on Fox News, it's election coverage, and then it's a
You.
post of me.
I have this
Who did
theory, though.
what's going on? Is it
I
because
have a
I'm going?
theory.
Why?
I think
Do
it
they
could
get
be
what?
that.
Do they think that I'm like,
I think
do
that they
they
know.
think, because people know, like people are now associating me with
Mm.
Fox News because they're coming to my page and saying, thank God you're not like the rest. Thank God you're, blah, blah, blah. This is, like I said, I had a post on my Olympic thing. Oh my God, you don't belong at the Olympics anyway because you're a real woman and they only
Mm.
like, I'm like, you're on the wrong page. I'm all for trans rights. I'm all for literally LGBTQ plus. Like,
Literally.
please step the fuck back.
Yeah.
But
No,
what's your
they don't
theory?
even know.
They don't know who they're
Um,
messing with.
my theory is that I think that there is a little gay boy working over at Fox, and he's the one who's dropping all of this stuff that Kamala has been able to platform jump from to make such killer content, right? Like there has to be somebody working in there to try
Yeah.
and take down the conservatives, because the way that they are putting things out And
Right?
then Kamala's able to turn it to be like this hilarious thing that goes viral. I'm like, this could only be sabotage. This could only be
Like,
sabotage. And I think that boy was like, you know who I love? I love Hunter. She's so fierce. And so they put you on, and maybe they forgot for 2.5 seconds what their audience is. But I do think that there's something going on over there, dude. There's something
dude,
within. The call is coming from inside the house over there.
here's the
There's
thing.
no way.
I did a call with Fox, what I thought was Fox daytime. That's what I was told by my
Right.
publicist. Okay.
Right. Which
Which
this
is
keeps
Fox.
happening. You keep doing these interviews with Fox. And
Just
you
Fox
find
is
out that
Fox
it's
is Fox.
the Fox News.
No, I literally have an
And now
email
you are
asking.
very quickly going to become so aligned with Fox because you keep doing interviews. You're like, I don't know why I keep getting aligned with Fox. Okay,
No, I
please
literally
insert
asked.
do all of your
Because I'm like, listen, I
articles
watch things on Fox, but
too.
like Fox
I know.
News. So they
I don't think
obviously
people
picked it
get
up.
the difference. I don't think
I don't know.
sometimes
But so
I
there
don't
was
think
an
some people
article that
understand.
came out yesterday, and it's
Yeah.
funny because you know what? You know what's interesting is I can tell which people in my life are like conservatives because that article came out, and then all of a sudden I got some text messages from people in my life. Hey, I didn't realize you were
Mm.
on the cover of SI. Oh, y'all got your Fox News ding. Y'all got your Fox
Who?
News alert.
Who did it? Name them.
What? I'm
Name
not going
them.
to name
Name the
them.
people. Name them.
Name them.
Name them.
One being our
Name 'em.
dad,
Do you
dude.
know what I did? Do you know what I did? I
What?
went to that Fox News and I looked at who's following Fox News that follows me. Cause you can see like your mutuals of people who you
Oh.
follow and they follow you, and then who is following Fox.
Yeah.
And none of it surprised me.
No,
And
none
I
of it
went,
ever surprises me.
mm,
Here's the
if it
thing.
ain't all of the white people, like, oh, all the
Also,
whites are here.
I know, literally. Also, have you heard
Crazy.
about like Republicans for Kamala Harris?
I have,
They're doing that big call.
yes.
Also, you guys.
Mm, this is big. Okay, there's two things going on right now that are really crazy. So your thing, that's specifically you this week.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Go. You can talk about it because this is
Guys,
going to be out by the time this comes out.
Thursday.
You'll have
Guys,
done it.
I got invited as a VIP, which is ironic considering Fox News just posted me.
Yeah.
I got invited VIP to Kamala Harris's rally in Pennsylvania, where she is
Mm,
announcing her running mate, which I know
that's
who it is,
crazy.
and then going to dinner after.
That is so crazy. That is
Dude,
literally so crazy. And you're going
I
with Kamala,
so
right?
they're like it's like their team basically.
Team.
Yes.
Sure.
So,
Is
we had to
Kamala
give our
going to be there, Hunter? Is Kamala going to be there?
at her
She better
rally.
be. No, at the
Oh, at
dinner.
dinner.
Yeah.
We'll see, Michaela. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I
who
need her
knows?
there.
I don't
Well, I need
know.
her there.
I
Is
need her
all I'm
there.
trying
I
to
just need a
say.
photo with her. I need to talk to her. I need to be in her presence. Here's the thing. We were talking
Yes.
about this. We have a photo with Oprah. We have our
You
story
say we as
with
if I'm there. Yes,
okay,
you
but
have a photo with Oprah.
a photo with Oprah and like something that we did, and
You know what
then
you
our
need to do? You
story
need to
with
bring a little photo
Tyra.
of me and be like,
And yeah, literally. And then if we do Kamala, that's the Holy Trinity. Like that completes it.
Oprah, Tyra Banks, and Kamala. There's no
I
three
guess
better
we're missing
people.
Beyonce, but
Oh, that is true. How do we
and then
get
if you really dive in,
Beyonce?
like just three powerhouse women.
We're also missing
Um
Rihanna, if you really think about it.
I mean, honestly, we're missing
I
Celine
mean,
Dion
T
too.
Swift
Like it
isn't
kind
there
of goes,
either.
yeah. But yeah, that's true.
And then there's
All right.
Mariah
Anyways,
Carey. Okay,
so I'm
so
freaking out, you guys. I literally
losing your
cannot
mind.
believe they did they're doing like a background check. They have my social security
Mm,
number. They're like, I mean, of
mm.
course, right?
Good. I hope they find everything.
But I'm so excited, you guys.
That is
I'm so
so exciting.
excited.
That
Yeah.
is like going to
So
be so
that's right off
iconic.
the heels of Fox News talking
Fox
about
News.
me.
Dude, everyone's
Who
going to be
thinks that
so
I'm
confused. They're going to be like,
because everyone
who
thinks
do
I'm
you
aligned
align
with Fox
yourself?
News.
I know. Everyone's going to be so confused.
If
And
you took
also,
one look at my page, you would know.
literally. Also, people are following you obviously from Fox News, and it's just so funny because like
They're
tomorrow
all gonna unfollow me.
they're gonna have an absolute wake up call as
That's
to
fine.
like you couldn't be more supporting of
I'm
Kamala, which is
literally
just
like
so funny.
so
They're gonna get such a wake up call, you know?
dude, I'm so on the Kamala Harris 2024 train. Like literally, I it's all I can think
Dude,
about.
we're on it.
I'm like, I'm on it, dude. Okay, so that's one thing. The next thing is Michaela and I are working with an organization called
Mhm.
March 4th. And I want you guys
Yes.
to all check this out. It is an organization that basically has one mission in mind. So it's not
Mhm.
like, multiple missions where it's very overwhelming. It is one mission in mind to ban assault weapons,
Mhm.
AR-15s. That is the weapon of choice when you look at mass shootings, right?
Mhm.
You look at all the school mass shootings, you look at you look at the data, assault
Yeah.
weapons. So it's to reinstate the ban that was
Right.
actually in effect from 1994 to 2004. So this
Right.
isn't a completely new concept. This is something that
No.
has been um in state, like it has been a part of it of our our bills before. So it's not going to
Yeah.
it shouldn't be
Yeah.
that
And the data
crazy.
supports that it did positively impact, and it lowered crime rate
Yes, and it's a
because
nonpartisan organization. So it's not a
yes.
ban on guns or on, it's not taking away the Second Amendment. Here's the thing. Michaela and I have a father who
Mhm.
taught us gun safety at a young
Yeah.
age.
Right.
He is a hunter. He is like, I'm not sitting here going like, "Oh, I'm pro guns," like whatever. But I don't think that anybody unless you are fighting in combat
Yeah.
need an assault weapon. And I think that
Absolutely.
most of us would agree with that. So this
Absolutely.
bill has been previously passed by the House, but now we have to get it to the Senate. So Michaela and I are going with the organization to the White House, you guys, in a few
Mhm.
weeks, which is
Model
freaking
Citizen podcast goes to the
crazy.
White House. It's
Dude,
giving the Olsen twins. It's like when the Olsen twins go to
yeah,
Paris, Olsen twins go to
yeah.
camp. It's Model Citizen podcast goes to the White House, dude. Model Citizen
MCPX
podcast
democracy.
X democracy. And
Like,
we've always said that.
we've said that.
We've always said that we are a French religious political podcast.
And that's the thing.
The
That's the
proof is in the
thing.
pudding, I fear.
Sorry, we're gonna do one thing and we're gonna get bills passed.
We're gonna get
Okay?
bills passed. And I think the thing to really, really like drive home here is it is nonpartisan. Like
Yes.
this is not people trying to take away your guns. It's not that. This is trying to ban one singular type of gun. This is
Weapon,
assault
yeah.
rifle ban. And, for those that don't know, obviously Thousand Oaks, we had the borderline shooting here. And while that wasn't with an assault rifle like that, it still rocked our community. So the thing, it's like, it's very personal to us to try and do what we can to lessen the impact of gun violence. And I think that this is
Mhm.
such an incredible opportunity for all sides to come together
Mhm.
and do some good in this country, because I know that nobody likes the way
It's
that
crazy that it's not like here's the thing.
yeah,
Also as like a mom, right? Like
it's
sending
crazy it's
kids to
not such a
school, like
priority. Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
crazy that it's not as priority. It's
Mhm.
crazy that it is. I think that with the communication around guns, it's so nuanced because people are
Yeah,
like, okay, but then you're taking away this, but then, but it's like, no, we're not taking away your Second Amendment.
yeah,
Nobody needs this weapon
yeah,
unless you are in active duty,
right,
right? Like,
yeah,
there's no need for it. And the fact that you
right,
can just go down and buy one is absolutely absurd.
yeah.
So we are
So yeah,
going to
we're gonna
basically,
do what we can, to get
yeah,
that pass. And I think yeah, definitely check it out, check the organization out. Again, like it's one thing that can be done. We're not trying to change anything on like a huge grand scale. I think that there's people that are already in place trying to do that, and I know that it's a very difficult conversation and there's lots of different opinions. But I think this is something that we can all agree on. So
yeah.
definitely check it out. And then we're going to the White House, so I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry that we're going to the White House, but we are. We're going to be there.
Here's the thing. We're going to be there. We're going to
I'm
be
going to look for
square.
Biden.
SpongeBob.
We're going to what?
Where is Biden?
Dude, I don't know, dude. He's taking a nap, and that's fine. I get
As he
it.
deserves, dude. Like literally
I'm
as
trying
he
to take a nap.
deserves.
I think everyone needs to take a nap. I feel like everyone would be so much better off in this country if we all just took a nap,
Do
if we
you
instated nap times.
I actually truly believe that.
Mm-hmm. Because I be napping these days
I know
really,
you be
really
napping. You
hard.
really do stay napping. Um, I really believe that. I also think that we should look into while we're at the White House a 4-day work week.
A 4-day work week. Absolutely. A
Here's
3-day
the
work
thing.
week.
Here's the thing. If you get the work done, what's it matter to you?
I
But
think
then
that
here
on the
we are, though. No
heels,
one wants to work anyways in a 5-7 day
literally,
work week. So it's like,
nah. What we are is we're pro people having enough money to only work 4-day
yes,
work week.
that's what I
That's what
want.
we're pro. And then I feel like people will be happier and people will be more excited about their jobs. And
I need
that's
inflation to
it.
go down. Okay.
Right.
Thank
We
you.
need it now. We need it now.
And I need, yeah,
I think maybe you might need to run at this point.
for president.
Yeah. Will you
Can
make me
any
VP?
can any old Joe put their vid in?
Yeah, of course. You could write Mickey Mouse if you wanted to.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
So, but
there's a section where you can write like your choice and it could be anybody as long as they're 35 years and older.
oh, 35 and older?
Yeah. So
Oh,
okay,
so I
but
have
that gives you
exactly
enough
4
time.
years.
Yeah.
Okay, but what are the actual, I'm genuinely curious. And I'm not saying this
Okay.
because I'm
No,
genuinely
no,
gonna
no.
run. Um, but what are the requirements?
There are none.
You can't just
Literally.
be, well, here's the thing. It's like I was
Yes, you
about to say, well, you
can.
can't just be a convicted felon, but like,
Yes, you can.
I fear you can't just be a celebrity.
You
I
can.
fear.
You fear you can. I mean, you know that
Okay.
Ronald Reagan was an actor before, a well-known actor before he became the president. He was an actor.
That is,
Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was
I
the,
know.
you know what I mean? So it's like
So do these people just like brush up on their books
essentially,
or what?
here's what it is.
To
It's
learn
messaging.
policy?
At the end of the day, it's all messaging. Okay. You don't have to have any credentials to run for any form of office, which is like it can be good
There has to be
because
some. I'm going to look it up right now. What?
literally,
Let me see. What? We have to be born here.
yeah, of course.
Okay. Let's see. What are the requirements for being in office? Oh my God. Wow. There's only 3 qualifications. Must be at least 35, natural
Yes.
born citizen, and must have
Yes.
lived in the United States for 14 years.
See ya. That's it, bro. I know. That's what's crazy. But here's the thing. It is also can be good because when you give too many credentials, I feel, then it doesn't give people who may have like a grassroots, you know what I mean, like perspective to be able to run, who like have these great ideas.
Yeah.
And you have like the opportunity for people who haven't been in politics for like many, many decades who maybe are corrupt. You could have someone
Yeah.
that's like fresh, but unfortunately that just like simply hasn't happened. So it's kind of like,
Dude, it's going to happen with Kamala. I just know
no, but
it.
Kamala's been in politics though for
Oh,
so
she's
many
been in
years. I mean,
politics, yeah. But she's
yeah,
like
yeah, but
young and sprung and like, she's
no, for
59. Like,
sure, for sure. But I'm just saying it has not happened where someone has literally just come out of the woodwork and been this incredible leader, you know? Like
not
someone not
yet.
yet. Donald Trump is somebody who I consider who came out of the fucking woodwork to come into politics, but he hasn't done a good job to obviously keep people together. At least
See,
everyone
I
can
wouldn't
admit that.
say right. It's never been his basis to
The
unite. I
division
don't
has
even
been
know
crazy.
I don't know if he's ever even uttered the words unite.
Right.
But I would say for him, he's always been a businessman. So it's
Sure.
like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. Like I want someone who's like hasn't been a businessman. I just want to see like what would it be like, right?
That's what I'm saying is it's like, well, that hasn't happened. So I feel like maybe we should have a couple more credentials required.
Also, I'm like,
Maybe just like
it's
a couple.
crazy that there's no other like Republican candidate. Like there's no one
Yeah.
out there who wants the job.
Yeah.
No one else.
I kind
Nobody.
of don't blame people though, if I'm being so
I
fucking
mean,
for
I
real.
don't blame them either.
Like that looks like a nightmare to have
I
to be
know.
president. I'm just like, nah, I'm all set. Like maybe back in George Washington's day,
But
where
dude,
it's
it's
just
kind of
like you can kind of do
amazing
whatever.
what Kamala's done in
Couple
literally 2
weeks.
weeks, the amount of money she's raised, what she
Mhm.
has been able to really prove. And she's
Yeah.
coming in at this race with
Yeah.
3 months left.
Right.
Like,
Dude, talk about a pinch hitter. I mean, truly.
damn. It gives me chills. Like when I see videos of her, I'm like,
I
oh,
know.
I hope my daughter can,
It would be so wonderful
look up to
to
that.
have the first female president. I always talk about a time when I remember it oh so vividly when I was in 5th grade and we were talking about presidents, obviously, because you learn about them. And I remember the teacher, she was a woman, and she asked the class, do you think that we'll have a female president in our lifetime? I obviously said yes.
Mhm.
Um, and the class were fucking fifth graders. What do we know? I don't even remember how
Yeah.
the class was split. Like, who knows what our political affiliations were at that time. But I remember her saying that she didn't think it was going to be possible just because of how entrenched in the
Yeah.
patriarchy we were. She didn't use those exact words, but now in retrospect, that's what she meant. She was like, I don't think it will happen, unfortunately, in our
Yeah.
lifetime, but I do hope for blah, blah, blah. And I just always think back to that and being like, bro, it's crazy that people didn't think that it could happen.
My
And
thing
here
is,
we are, so close.
this is something we don't have experience with. So let
Yeah.
me at them, right?
Just
Like,
try it. And it's
humor
worked for
us.
other countries.
Yeah,
It's worked
it's
for other
worked for other
countries.
countries. Like, let's just try it out. History shows the way it's been done has been, up
I
and
think
down,
just
up and
women need
down.
to start. I think women need to just start leading again completely on all fronts.
I mean,
Men, I'm so sorry. Like you guys had a crack at it for the last, several 100,000 years or whatever.
hmm,
Um, and you guys aren't doing a great job. Like you keep
here's the
getting us
thing.
into wars and stuff. Like,
I think we need
I don't know.
to, instead of completely eradicating the men, Michaela, um,
That's not what I'm saying.
with
I'm
someone
saying
who
we need
has
to be in power.
no, but I think that there needs to be an equal landing. I think it needs to
No, I
be,
disagree.
yes, I think it needs to be an equal.
No,
I
I think
do.
women should be at the top completely. Like they should be the
Yeah.
last
Okay.
stop, is what I'm saying. Like there can be a bunch of men, but the last buck has to end at a woman, is all I'm saying. Do you know
Okay.
what I mean? Like we need to make
Yeah.
the ceiling. We
Yeah.
need to
Yeah. Yeah.
crash
Yeah.
through the glass ceiling and we need to make the ceiling be
Yep.
women.
Yeah.
And men can have all of the other jobs below, but no, it
Yeah.
means the buck's got to stop with a woman.
Dude,
And
I
I'm
would
running
love
on
to
that.
see.
What
I
if you
would
and I
love to
ran
see.
against each other?
Who would you
And
vote
that's
for,
what
you
I run.
guys? Here's the thing.
No, we can't
If
go down that
you
road. We won't do that.
if you ran for
Hmm.
president,
Yeah, sure.
there would be no men
I
allowed.
love men. I'm very
No,
like Cher, where I'm like, I love men, but you don't need a man,
right.
Like,
I would be honestly probably too emotional,
mm, not the
you
woman being
know?
emotional, too emotional in politics.
No, not
I
even emotional. I just
disagree.
me as a person. I'm just so emotional. But here's the thing. I think that that might be beautiful too.
That's absolutely. I think that the
We've
empathy that
lost the
women
empathy here.
here's the thing is like I feel like women, and I always say this, women contain multitudes. And it is just so true. Like we are able to be so fierce and strong, but also so soft and empathetic. And like the fact that we're able to hold God, it's like I could literally talk about this forever. And I think I've told you about this book called When God Was a Woman. Right. And
Mm-hmm.
the whole entire point of this book is saying that women used to have leadership positions. Women used to be revered as goddesses. Women used to be put on pedestals because we gave birth. Like the
Mm,
vagina literally, even to this day, is where babies come out of. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like,
Unless you're a gold
uh,
star gay.
unless you're a gold star gay, dude. And in
And
that
which means
case,
you were C-section, you've never touched a vagina, you've never
that's actually
kissed
so
anybody.
crazy to think about. Like that you are just an
Yeah.
absolute gold star gay, right?
Gay. Yeah.
But the fact that we were able to have these positions of power, and even in like Native American and Polynesian and Samoan um, cultures, they do have a lot of women in
Yeah.
matriarchy positions. So I don't know, dude. I just feel like, again,
Let's
like
give
you
it a
said,
crack, guys.
the
Let's give
lack
it a
of
go.
empathy is kookadooks. And I, if there's one thing I know about women is we're going to be empathetic. Like
Yeah.
we are the empathetic group.
And if you look
And
historically, we're
I
missing
think we need
that.
that. And I've
Yeah,
also never met a woman that I didn't think was fucking iconic. And that's all I'm saying.
it's true. Except for the
Like,
girl at CPK. And
except for
honestly,
that fucking girl
she's
at
a little
CPA.
bit iconic herself.
She is, dude. She was
To be
honestly
like,
giving you sass. She was kind of,
l-
she was having a
sh-
brat girl summer.
she's having a brat girl summer. And honestly, who am I to blame her for that? Literally
No,
live your
you
best
shouldn't.
life if it means that I'm at the butt of that.
And I've
All
always
right,
said, have
guys,
a brat girl summer.
listen, we love you. We thank you. New Patreon
and enjoy
episode.
the rest of Summer of Self-Love. It's almost over.
Yes. A new Patreon episode this Sunday. Don't hold us to a schedule because we're trying out here, right? Thank you.
It's tough. All right. We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You can catch a new episode of Model Citizen every Thursday. And please don't forget to follow the podcast so you don't miss any of the action. We want to hear from you. So please leave a rating and review and follow us on socials for all the behind the scenes action at Hunter McGrady and Michaela McGrady. And don't forget, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are capable of doing all wonderful things. Bye, guys.